Question 48. Explain the Queen Victoria's proclamation as a consequence of the First War of Indian Independence on the East India Company. 4 marks, or. What assurance did the Queen's proclamation of 1858 give to the Indian people regarding A. Religious freedom, and B. Appointment to public offices? 4 marks, or. When and where did Queen Victoria's proclamations take place in India? 2 marks, or. State how the British government tried to pacify the feelings of Indians with regard to I. Their religious practices. 2 marks. Answer 2. Queen Victoria's proclamation The proclamation was made public at Allahabad on November 1, 1858. It promised that the government of India would do the following 1. Follow a policy of non-intervention in social and religious matters of India. 2. All subjects, i.e. Indians as well as Europeans, will be treated equally. This means appointments would be made on the basis of education and ability. 3. A general pardon would be granted to all those who had taken part in the uprising except those who were found guilty of murder of British subjects. 4. Industries in India would be promoted. 5. Public utility works would be encouraged to ensure material and moral progress of the people. Question 49. Explain the changes in the relations with princely states as a consequence of the First War of Indian Independence on the East India Company. 2 marks, or. What impact did the uprising of 1857 have on relations with princely states? Or. 2 marks. State how the British government tried to pacify the feelings of Indians with regard to I. The princely states. 2 marks. Answer 3. Relations with princely states Policy of annexation and the doctrine of lapse were abandoned. The loyalty of those princely states was awarded in the form that their right to adopt heirs would be respected and their integrity was guaranteed against future annexation would help them in the suppressing the uprising. These loyal states willingly became junior partners or agents of the British Crown and could continue as rulers of their states as promised. Question 50. Explain the end of Mughals and Peshwas as a consequence of the First War of Indian Independence on the East India Company. Or. 2 marks. What impact did the uprising of 1857 have on Mughal rule and Peshwaship? 2 marks. Answer 4. End of Mughals and Peshwas The Mughal dynasty came to end with the death of Bahadur Shah II, who was deported to Yangon. The office of the Peshwa, Marathas, also came to an end when the Nana Sahib, the last Peshwa, fled to Nepal on the failure of the uprising after taking an active part in it. Question 51. Explain the racial antagonism as a consequence of the First War of Indian Independence on the East India Company. 2 marks, or. What impact did the uprising of 1857 have on racial antagonism? 2 marks. Answer 5. Racial antagonism After the uprising, the racial bitterness increased. The British remodeled the entire structure of the Indian government on the idea of a superior race. British insulated and humiliated Indians and dubbed them as unworthy of trust. They believed that a social distinct was to be maintained to preserve their authority over the Indians. Examples: railway compartments, hotels, etc. was reserved for Europeans only.